My next guest is a former monk turned best-selling author. That doesn't happen every day. His podcast, On Purpose with Jay Shetty, is the #1 health podcast on the planet. He's interviewed everyone from President Biden to Oprah Winfrey. He's even interviewed the man sitting next to me that can sing Lies and Deception. Please welcome Jay Shetty, everybody. You have the most beautiful eyes ever. They are
thank you.
So beautiful.
Well, I can't take any credit for this.
Okay. So. Well done, God. Have y'all met before? You know each other, right? Obviously?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, I've had the fortune
we just met
of
in person.
We did, just earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today.
Oh.
But I've had Dwyane on the show, and we actually did it virtually through Zoom.
Yeah.
And the connection was bad and all this kind of stuff. And
Terrible.
his spirit still came through, so it was beautiful. You were phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have you always been good at public speaking?
Definitely not.
Okay, I get nervous.
Oh my
speaking.
gosh, I need to tell you a story about my first ever time public speaking. I was 7 years old. There was an assembly at school, a cultural assembly, and my mother loved to see me on stage. So she dressed me up in a traditional Indian outfit. Parts of me were falling out. And then she'd asked me to sing. I have a horrific singing voice. She'd asked me to sing something in my native language on stage in front of my school. So I get up there, I start singing and talking and singing, and everyone bursts out laughing. Everyone.
Oh.
I'm glad you didn't start laughing right now. And then I forgot the words, so I looked down to see if I could read the words, and I couldn't because my tears had smudged the words. And so then I forgot the words, and everyone started laughing more.
This is the worst story ever.
And then, to make it worse, my teacher came on stage, put her arm around me,
Oh, no.
and walked me off stage. And that was my first experience of public speaking. So.
And here you are now. This is incredible.
Yes, you can do anything. Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying, like, the fact that didn't deter you and you were like, I've got this.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was painful.
I don't know if I'd ever speak in public again.
I know, that's what it felt like.
Well, Jay spent 3 years as a Hindu monk and later wrote a best-selling book called Think Like a Monk. So you've talked a lot about why you became a monk, but not why you maybe got out. So why? What was the reason?
Well, I was learning just so many incredible insights about mindfulness and meditation, and I really had this hunger and desire to share it with the world. But at the time, now it makes sense, but back then I was actually quite scared when I came back to London and I was stuck about where to start. And I remember talking to one of my mentors and saying, I have so many ideas about how to help people, but I don't know how to get started. And I'm guessing some of you have felt that way before. And he gave me some brilliant advice I'd love to share with you.
Yeah.
He said to me that, Jay, you should try and open every door you possibly can. Some of the doors will close on you, and you should let them close. But the doors that remain open, those are the ones that are meant for you, and you should keep walking through them. And I feel like I'm sitting here today because I've just continued to walk through the doors that stayed open for me, rather than the ones that shut on my face.
I mean, you can use that in so many different ways, like relationships, like you can use that. It's a great metaphor. And it's that time of year when some of us have started off with really good intentions and plans to make pivots in our lives. Not me, I'm conquering them all. But some of you may have lost a little steam. We have several people in our audience with questions about their life pivots for Jay, so let's answer some of those right now. Bailey has a question about moving forward. So Bailey, go ahead.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Bailey.
My name is Bailey, and I was diagnosed with brain cancer at the age of 24. So I had about a year and a half going through treatment, and during that time, I listened to your podcast all the time. I listened before, but I extra listened during all of that. And so, that was my life was put on pause for a little bit. And then I finished my treatment. I'm now 26.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, so now I'm 26 and I'm going back to the real world, kind of my new real world, I should say. I'm in grad school, and I had some different questions to ask you because kind of my life was put on hold for a little bit while everyone else my age in their 20s was moving forward. I was kind of on pause. So I'm wondering if you had any advice when you go through a setback in your life, how to move forward from it and what's the best advice to do that?
Oh my God, that's a huge question. It's a good one.
Bailey, wow, first of all, you're so inspiring. Listening to you is inspiring, honestly. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was about to run up those steps and try to give you a hug, but I don't think it's possible. But maybe later. But honestly, listening to your story makes me realize that what it sounds like you're dealing with is grief. And a lot of us think of grief as loss of someone we love, but grief can also be the loss of a life we once had, or time we thought we should have had or could have had. And I was speaking to Katie Couric yesterday, and she shared this really beautiful thing with me that I'd love to share with you. She was saying to me that grief is like walking around with a rock in your pocket. And she was saying that in the beginning, every time you move, you feel that rock. It might even scratch you, it hurts you. And then she said as time goes on, the weight of that rock starts to feel less and less and less. It's not that it goes away. And it goes less and less and less because you're growing at the same time. And I think one of the best ways you could grow, and I'd love for you to try this, is keep sharing your inspiring stories with others. I think if you're helping other people carry their weight, then your weight starts to feel less. So I hope you'll try that out and keep inspiring, Belly. Your story's phenomenal, genuinely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Big hug.
I do think it's nice even to shift your focus on others. If you're going through a hard time, it helps a bit. Not the escapism of it, but just to lessen its power.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bailey, and congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
That's a huge thing that happens in your life. Well, Hadir has a question about navigating rejection, which I think we all relate to.
Hi, Jay. I'm Hadir. So a little bit about me. I'm 25 years old. I just graduated pharmacy school 2 years ago, and in that time, I still have yet to find a permanent job. My mom and my dad tell me to put myself out there, to ask friends, to apply at different locations, but unfortunately, I just feel stuck. I feel tired. I feel left behind, and I have a fear of asking for help. I have the fear of rejection from like the hospitals and other places, so I just don't know what to do.
Actually, I want to role play a little bit right now, if you're okay with it.
Yeah,
so
of course.
can we get a little ringtone sound? Yes.
Ring, ring.
There we go, perfect. Hey, Hadir, how's it going? It's Jay.
Hey, Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. What's up?
Nothing much.
Well, I heard that you graduated a couple of years ago. How's it all going?
You know, it's going, just living life.
Is there anything I could do for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe help me contact if you have connections that can help me, I guess.
Yeah? And what kind of connections would you need?
In hospitals. That's where I'm mainly looking at right now.
That's brilliant. Hadir, I'm going to reach out to my network for real and see what I can do for you. So thank you so much, Hadir, for asking for help.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
Well done.
you.
Thank you. It wasn't so hard, right? It wasn't so hard.
It's so funny because I love how you started because that is the thing. I think a lot of us have a hard time with. Like, I'm always there. Like, I love helping people, but it is very hard. I had to learn how to be able to, because I think sometimes we think it's a sign of weakness or something that we've been taught.
We think we're taking something from someone, but actually you're giving them an opportunity to shed kindness, to spread kindness. And anyone who wants to do that is going to take it as an opportunity to want to support you.
Yeah.
And so I want you to try that out. Just practice it a few more times and you'll nail it.
Thank you so much, Hadir, just for sharing.
Thanks, Hadir.
And good luck. Maybe someone listening right now on TV heard that. She would make a great employee at a hospital, I'm just saying. Well, On Purpose with Jay Shetty is available wherever you get your podcast. Jay is also the Chief Purpose Officer for Calm, an app where you can find his daily mindfulness series, so check it out. Y'all